Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down, Kamara. They find some open field here. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Second down, Bridgewater. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is When they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, Webb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back. Out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Play action, it's Webb. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. Philly. Here we go. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Finding room inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to throw on second down. Webb being chased out left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Trying the left side with Kamara. Able to push his way through. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now a first down throw. Webb throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fisher. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw on second down. Webb. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Time to step aside. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Slot man moves right. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Let's go.
Bridgewater on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On the counter, here's Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third and long for Bridgewater. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fisher. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Bridgewater now on second down. Steps away to his left. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Giants on third down, Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K1 short. In there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
In motion is Grant. A play fake, now Webb. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They run the counter now on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, the best defensive. They do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Tagger. 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 Tagger.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
We got trips over here. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. 2 jet.
To throw is Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he is knocked down from the side, right at the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Set. Blue landing. Blue landing. Detroit. Detroit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw, Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Bridgewater. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Off play action. Webb going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
Now Bridgewater. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Giants win the football game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.